Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody else dare say. I mean, other channels, they want to say what I say, but they daren't dare they really, because nobody's got no knackers in boxing except me. Right. What do I think to John Coffey pulling out at Parker fight? Well, I think basically he shit his pants on it, really. That's the bottom line. Why would you do that? Fight week, you know. Why? Why do that? You've done all that camp, and then all of a sudden, when it suits you, you just pull out. I thought you were a warrior. So people keep saying he's a warrior. Is this, is that? Well, I ain't having it. I'm not having it. But what we've got now, we've got pure arse licking from the media. We've got Jug Ears Oliver coming out saying it's a better fight, this Parker Bacoli. Parker Bacoli's a better fight. Well, first of all, it's not for heavyweight championship of the world, is it? So how is it a better fight? We've had all the hype, and now all of a sudden there's no fight. It's absolutely shocking, and I think the fans deserve a better explanation than just deemed medically unfit to fight. No, I ain't having it. I'm not buying that. No, I'm not having it. So something's gone on, but you never get to the bottom on it in boxing, do you? There's always a story, isn't there? But how they're spinning this now is absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking, isn't it? It's a better fight. My God, and Bacoli's most avoided. So let's just break it down a little bit, shall we? Bacoli's Bacoli's this avoided guy, right? But who has he beat? He's beat Yoka, who at the time had what? How many fights had he had when he beat him? He not had that many, had he? A couple of handfuls of fights. He's not a champion. He beat Takam, an old man, and he beat Jared Anderson, an up and comer. That's it. So how all of a sudden is Bacola this avoided guy? It's something that's built up by Billy Nelson, in my opinion. That's looking at it when you scratch the surface. It's not a better fight. He lost to Hunter, a cruiserweight. But yet they built him up as this roadman just because AJ and him didn't get it on. I mean, AJ's shot to death. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely shot to pieces. But this myth that Bacoli is this like killer, it's shocking. Absolutely shocking. It's built on what? What is it built on that he's this roadman? Sparring stories mean Jack. You know, people like the White Rhino running around saying Bacoli schooled him and that. Well, the White Rhino's not won a belt. But people have built this up as this myth. It's a myth. Maybe I'm guilty of it as well. But when you scratch the surface, Parker's a better resume, hasn't he? So how all of a sudden is Parker in this dangerous fight? Look who Parker's been in with. He'd done Wilder. He'd done Ruiz. You know, they were champions, weren't they? He's done Chisora twice. Jack Massey's beat him. He was a champion at cruiserweight. He's done Zhang. You know, he's beat three champions, hasn't he? Massey, Ruiz, and Wilder. Bacoli has not beat a champion. He's not beat a champion at all. It's a myth built up by his trainer, right? But now what you're gonna get after Parker exposes him, you know what you're gonna get? You're gonna get people wanting to fight him. He is a bit avoided, but he's in the Who Needs Him club, isn't he? You know, he's a Congolese guy. He doesn't do tickets. He's not engaging, right? But they've built this myth up. It's a myth what's gone on, and everybody's bought into this myth that Bacol is this roadman. Like I've said, he got beat by Hunter, but beating Jared Anderson and a novice in Yoka. Yeah, fair enough, Yoka won an Olympic medal, didn't he? But a doper. Yoka is a doper. And beating him, in my opinion, and Anderson and Takam doesn't make you Muhammad Ali. You know, it's just an absolute myth. But Juggy is Oliver, bigging it up now. as a better fight is absolutely shocking. Well, why weren't it made? Why didn't they give him his title shot if it were a better fight? The guy is a substitute, an absolute substitute. And people are losing their minds over this. Absolutely losing their minds. But what next for John Coffey, though, now? Where does he go? Big stiff. Absolute stiff. Where does he go now, him? Eh? Where? Where can he go now? Who's going to buy into him now? He's already quit against Usyk. And he quit against Joyce. And now he's pulled out hours before weighing. Now, the PR job they're doing on this now is absolutely unbelievable. And I don't even think it should be a pay-per-view now. There's no heavyweight title on board, is there? Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. We've got fans that are really upset. My inbox this morning is absolutely chock-a-block. Absolutely chock-a-block. But it is what it is, isn't it? People are going to buy into this absolute nonsense of a fight now. We all bought into Dubois Parker. And now how they're trying to sell Macaulay Parker is absolutely shocking. It's absolutely shocking. But it's better than nothing. So, and he would have been training anyway as a substitute. He'd have been there if any of them pulled out. He would have been on a retainer as backup because that's what matchmakers do. They have guys on retainers so that if anybody pulls out, somebody steps in. But it's not a better fight, Jug is. If it were a better fight, why didn't they make it? So for why didn't they make it in the beginning? So it is what it is, but I think Parker beats him. He's got a better CV. I mean, like I said, look what he's been in with. But what people are forgetting is this: Parker lost to White and Joyce and Joshua. So, but all of a sudden, they built it up in media that he's this roadman because he's trained by Andy Lee. Beating Zhang and Chisora twice and Jack Massey don't make you a roadman. It's just that with that starved of action, by people not taking fights and fights falling through, with that starved of action that we're going to big this fight up. But I just think this fight's just it's like a chief support, isn't it, really, for Bibble Better Beef, So I actually think the Callum Smith Boatsi fight's a bit more interesting, but it is what it is. So the card is still a very, very good card, but very disappointing from Dubois. Very disappointing. And like I said, the story from the shower of shit that they're peddling in the media about why he's pulled out and that is absolutely shocking. It's a game of kiss and tell. They're telling us everything, but showing us nothing. They're not telling us everything. Medically unfit and blah blah blah. I'm not buying into that. I think it's a piss take. An absolute piss take. But it is what it is, isn't it? So we have to make the most of it. Still looking forward to the card. And but don't tell me, Juggies Oliver on Talksport, a big media platform like that this is a better fight. You little shithouse, you are, Spencer Oliver. You little shithouse, doing as you're told, peddling rubbish. It's not a better fight. It's a fight, but it's not a better fight. Get your facts right, you shithouse. So thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. All right. Porky's Corner. We'll be back in a couple of days. I'll give a review with my commission lads. All right. Go on, pop, pop, bang.